And had you guys talked to the UFC yet, Contender Series or anything like that, or were you too new?
Yeah, I had at the time talked about going into the UFC. Yeah, I had actually spoke about that. But we were just kind of wondering whether I was like ready for it yet, whether I needed to go into it yet. And then when PFL come, their kind of offer was much better for me. I felt like I could grow a little bit with them, do this tournament, get a bit more experience. And then I was still so young. I'm only 26 now as well, so yeah, I've still got plenty of time in this sport.
Yes.
She doesn't get decisions. She's knocking people out. She is making them quit.
You could fight any female right now. Who would you want to go with?
Valentina Shevchenko right now. I want to be at the top. You know, I'm still 26. She's been around for a long time.
Right now, I'm not too sure that Shevchenko is the best 125er there is. This girl's, man, she goes after people. She is nasty.
Valentina has to fight this woman.
Dakota Ditcheva drops the clear warning message to Valentina Shevchenko. She said, "I'm ready to fight. I don't know if a UFC super fight is in my immediate future, but if PFL champ versus UFC champ happens, I'm happy to do it. That would be a serious, history-making fight."
Who are, saying that here and there, but the majority of the sentiment seems to be, I can't wait to see her there. When is she? People are asking me about your contract situation. When is she free? All this stuff. That's what I'm seeing. More excitement about seeing you hang with these other legends, if you will. And so, answer the question whichever way you want. People are dying to know, what is your contract situation with the PFL? Are you locked up long term? When can you look at these options?
Yeah, no, I am locked up with PFL. I will definitely be fighting for PFL next year, especially now I've just won this title. That locks me in again. I've got to defend it, and I'm not kind of planning on abandoning that belt just yet. I'm only 26 as well. Like, I've got so much more to give to PFL, and hopefully we'll come up with a few good things next year. I don't know what the situation is with whether you'll see me fight in the tournament again or we'll have some big fights. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm definitely with PFL.
And now, the big question that fight fans are asking. Could Dakota Ditcheva actually beat UFC legend Valentina Shevchenko if they fought in 2025? Let's break it all down. Dakota Ditcheva's journey has been nothing short of remarkable. At just 26 years old, she has already become the face of the PFL women's division. Her record? A flawless 14 wins and no losses, with 13 of those victories coming by way of knockout or finish.
It's been a long time coming. This is mentally the strongest I've ever been.
You know, competition is important to me. So if you're going to put me with the same girls and have the same girls in the tournament, I'm not really that interested.
You've just mentioned there that you want to be the queen of this division worldwide.
We were just kind of talking about going into the UFC.
Thought about for many, many years and just not been in the position to do it. People now, with me beating Taila Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of. So it's got to be something more.
People thought she won against Shevchenko. You know, she's never been stopped. She's never been stopped. Shevchenko didn't stop her. People thought she beat her. And now what can people really say? Made it look like another can on the list as people always comment on my stuff.
After blitzing her way through names like Lisa Mauldin, Chelsea Hackett, and Jena Bishop, Dakota earned herself a spot in the PFL finals against former UFC title challenger Taila Santos. On paper, Santos was supposed to be her toughest test, but Dakota made it look easy, finishing the Brazilian in the second round. The win not only crowned her the PFL flyweight world champion, but also earned her a $1 million prize. When asked about her mindset after winning, Dakota responded with humility, but also ambition. "I feel like we've got so much left to do. I mean, we're heading into Dubai in January. I really want to get a Manchester card, and I think the PFL are the people to bring it to Manchester. So we're not done. We're not done."
They're going to Dubai next in January. I won't be on that one, but I'm not sure if they're going to do like a champ v champ again. They normally do that like February time in Saudi, so I'm not sure, but otherwise, yeah, if the tournament runs again, my first one will be in April and we'll be locked in for another 8 months.
Would February be possible for you or not too soon?
Oh, I would do that. Yeah, I'm happy to get straight back in.
She also reminded fans that she has plenty of time before making a big move to the UFC. You don't normally see champions at the top of their game until they are 31 or 32. So to be able to hang with these girls right now is promising, but I won't let it get to my head too much. We'll see what happens. I'd love to see myself in 4 more years and see where I'm at then.
So I'll put it back on you, Dakota. Who do you think is the #1 flyweight in the women's division right now?
Valentina Shevchenko.
You still put her #1?
100%. Look, she's the first person to finish a rubies on a belt. She's been around for so long, and she stayed at the top of that level. I know people are saying now she's on a little bit of a down, but she's a lot older now. She's been around for years at the top of the level, and no one's been able to wipe her out. Grasso got that one fight on her, which was fair enough, beat her fair and square. But honestly, she can do everything as well. She's a full MMA fighter. She's not just a striker, not just a grappler, not just a wrestler. She's everything. She can switch it all up. So I genuinely feel like flyweight, she is 100% up there.
Do you hate the UFC questions? Because, I mean, you're in the PFL. They're the ones who found you. Like, they put you in this position. They just made you a millionaire. Do you hate that question?
Yeah, no, I don't hate it, but I just feel like PFL deserve the respect. You know, like I said, they picked me up in Europe. You know, when I was like not a big, I was known, but I wasn't massive. You know, so I'm not saying I'm massive now, but I've got a lot of attention recently. So they've helped me build that. You know, they've helped me build my followers, my fans. Like they've you know, give me opportunities like fighting in that Europe tournament, now in this PF. They didn't even have a flyweight division until I signed, you know, so the opportunities that they've given me, you can't forget that. And they might not be the UFC, but they're still an amazing promotion that has done a lot for me. So I definitely don't hate the UFC questions. I understand that people are interested in that, and there's a whole nother flyweight division there that people are excited to see me in. But there's still so much to give from PFL Europe, and I've got to be grateful for the position that I'm in.
Now, with all this success, of course the UFC came calling. In fact, UFC executives reportedly pursued Ditcheva and even discussed possible trades with the PFL, similar to the 2018 deal where the UFC sent Demetrius Johnson to one championship in exchange for Ben Askren. But Dakota was quick to clear up her status. At the 2024 PFL Championships in Saudi Arabia, she told reporters, "I'm locked up with the PFL. I will definitely be fighting for the PFL next year, especially after I've just won this title. That locks me up again. I've got to defend it, and I'm not planning on abandoning that belt just yet."
When can you look at these options?
Yeah, no, I am locked up with PFL. I will definitely be fighting for PFL next year, especially now I've just won this title. That locks me in again. I've got to defend it, and I'm not kind of planning on abandoning that belt just yet.
She continued, "I don't know what the situation is with whether you'll see me fight in the tournament again or have some big fights. I don't know, we'll have to see, but I'm definitely with PFL."
A few good things next year. I don't know what the situation is with whether you'll see me fight in the tournament again or we'll have some big fights. I don't know. We'll see, but I'm definitely with PFL.
What is your preference? Do you want to go through the whole ringer of the tournament all over again?
So for now, Dakota Ditcheva is staying loyal to the PFL, while she could easily win another $1 million by entering the next PFL tournament. Dakota revealed she wants new challenges. She said, "I've just beat the top girl that PFL has. The only other person would be Liz Carmouche, so I'm not really interested in going down. I need to go up and fight better competition. Fighting a big super fight would benefit me more. I feel like people wouldn't want to see me back in the tournament fighting the same girls again."
I would do because I really enjoyed it. Fighting regularly like that, I feel like I got stronger and stronger throughout the year. But I just beat the top girl that PFL have. The only other person would be Liz Carmouche, right? So I'm not really interested in going down. I need to be better, like to go up. I want better competition and I want to fight better people. And I feel like as well, fighting, you know, a big super fight would benefit me more. I feel like, would people want to see me back in the tournament fighting the same girls again? I'm not really too sure everyone would be entertained by that. So I think maybe a big fight next year would be better, but I'm happy to do the tournament again because...
She added, "Liz Carmouche is probably the only big name. She was Bellator champion, so I think that's the only one right now that would make sense. But I'm not sure Santos beat her. I don't know what makes sense for me right now."
Super fight-wise, who is on that list? Is there anyone in the PFL/Bellator or outside of the UFC that you would like to fight in 2025?
Yeah, I mean, Liz Carmouche would probably be the only big name. You know, she's the Bellator champion, so I think that's the only one right now that would make sense, but I'm not sure. Is that Santos beat her as well?
Right.
So I don't know what makes sense for me right now. I need to sit down with PFL and kind of have a talk and see what they're going to.
So while UFC fans are clamoring for her debut, Dakota seems more focused on building her legacy within the PFL, at least for the short term. Of course, the big question everyone keeps asking, how would Dakota Ditcheva fare against Valentina Shevchenko? Dakota has been very clear about the respect she has for Valentina. People are always asking me about Shevchenko, but I mean, she's my top fighter out of everyone. So I'll always give her all respect. She's been a champion for years and years. I'm not quite there yet. I'm still 26. These girls are like 31, 32. So I have to kind of humble myself a little bit.
We were just kind of talked about going into the UFC.
Thought about for many, many years and just not been in the position to do it. People now with me beating Taila Santos, they want to see like what else I'm capable of. So it's got to be something more.
People thought she won against Shevchenko. You know, she's never been stopped. She's never been stopped. Shevchenko didn't stop her. People thought she beat her. And now what can people really say? Made it look like another can on the list of people always comment on my stuff.
Yeah.
But then she immediately showed her fighter's mentality. I definitely could. And I would. You put me in a cage, and I'll go against anyone. Someone put a funny video on social media saying, give her Francis Ngannou, and I'd give a good go at that if I could.
Into the UFC, yeah, I had actually spoke about that, but we were just kind of wondering whether I was like ready for it yet, whether I needed to go into it yet, and then when PFL come, their kind of offer was much better for me. I felt like I could grow a little bit with them, do this tournament, get a bit more experience, and then I was still so young. I'm only 26 now as well, so I've still got plenty of time in this sport.
Yes, you do. Okay, next question. Are you top 5 flyweight in the world right now?
Are you asking me?
Yeah.
Yeah, I am.
Are you top 5?
I definitely am.
Top 5 pound for pound?
Oh, pound for pound. Who else is in it?
Okay, I'll give it to you. I'll give it to you right here. Okay, so Chris Cyborg. Everyone has a different list, but Cyborg, Zhang Weili, Valentina Shevchenko.
I mean, same as always. I'm always expecting a tough fight, but I know that when I go in there, I always turn up. So, you know, she's had a few stoppages through like submission and things like that, and I've had a few stoppages the opposite way through striking. So it'll be nice to see how we match up and what happens in the fight. But I mean, you don't get to choose who you fight anyway, so to me it didn't really matter who I was going against. I'm just excited to get in and get the first round done.
Lisa Mauldin drops the massive bombshell on Dakota Ditcheva, and she believes she easily beats Dakota and go with the belt, but she didn't know what's coming. Dakota beats her with body shot and then tells her stand up, so I knock you out.
Left hand coming down from the top. Mauldin kicking away.
Stop. Fight.
Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Mauldin obliges. More body shots. This one comes in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it.
The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance.
And after this win, Dakota said, I've had enough of beating these small girls. Give me something big challenge because I deserve it.
Come on in.
Oh,
We're ready.
so long and rangy.
Put away.
Oh!
Dakota, dangerous. Ditcheva entered PFL 1 with a perfect 10-0 record, having absolutely destroyed the competition in PFL Europe. This 25-year-old British sensation had earned her shot at the big leagues, walking away with 79,000 pounds and a guaranteed spot in the American PFL season. But here's where it gets interesting.
Mauldin definitely going to those long-range strikes. Going after that rear naked choke. This is going to be a finish. Lisa Mauldin, first round.
Lisa Mauldin, a seasoned 33-year-old American veteran with a 6-3 record, was talking big before this fight. She believed she had what it takes to expose Ditcheva as nothing more than hype. Mauldin was coming off 2 stoppage victories and thought she could easily handle this overhyped British girl. The odds makers had Mauldin as a massive plus 1,100 underdog, but she didn't care. In her mind, she was about to shock the world and send Dakota packing back to Europe with her tail between her legs. But here's where Lisa Mauldin made her biggest mistake.
A win.
I'm gonna go for it. I'm gonna win. I want this bad.
I have the same mentality that I would for any fight. I want to win.
That's the goal. My opponent, they're just happen to be the person standing across from me. I just gotta.
Lisa Mauldin dropped the massive bombshell. She was so confident that she could easily beat Dakota Ditcheva and go with the belt. She was talking about how she was going to expose this pretty girl from Manchester and prove that the European competition was nowhere near American level.
The knockout for Ditcheva.
Nice right hand.
Beautiful from Dakota.
Holy Dakota Ditcheva!
Mauldin thought she had Ditcheva figured out. She saw a young, relatively untested fighter who looked good against weak competition but hadn't faced anyone with her level of experience and toughness. What Mauldin didn't realize was that she was about to face a perfectly crafted destruction machine. Dakota had been preparing for this moment, and she was ready to show exactly what happens when you underestimate dangerous Dakota. Now let's break down this absolute massacre. From the opening seconds, Dakota Ditcheva came forward like a woman possessed. She immediately started landing leg kicks and combinations. Dakota said before the fight, "Just to be vicious, which is what happens when I get in. My switch flicks and that's it. I think I'll just get in there and do what I always do."
A big one, of course, but so have the other girls. I mean, looking at the top four in the table now, you know, it's not going to be easy, so I'm ready for the next round, and it's not over yet, so I can't celebrate too fast, of course. We've got a tough bunch of girls there to get through, so on to the next one.
Who do you want to see in the second half of the regular season?
I don't really care. I'm going to win it anyway, so give me anyone.
And that's exactly what happened. The fight hit the ground briefly when Mauldin desperately tried to grapple, but Ditcheva showed she's just as dangerous on the mat. She took Mauldin's back before they scrambled back to the feet, and that's when the real damage began. Dakota started targeting the body with surgical precision. Left straights, right hands, brutal knees. Every shot was landing with bad intentions, and then it happened. Boom! A devastating knee to the body sent Mauldin crashing to the canvas. But here's the crazy part. Mauldin somehow managed to get back up, showing incredible heart.
Fight. Ditcheva asked her to stand back up. Mauldin rises. More body shots. This one comes in. First round finish for Dakota Ditcheva. And it was the body work that really did it.
The body work, the variety, the high, the low, and her range and distance. She can strike for such a far distance. It's hard to dictate.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, referee Jacob Montel, of course, they hold to the action at 3 minutes and 54 seconds of round number one. Declaring your winner via TKO. Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
Dakota Ditcheva, dangerous.
But Dakota wasn't finished. She landed another brutal body shot that dropped Mauldin again. The referee had to step in as Ditcheva rained down ground strikes. First round stoppage, 6 points, statement made. But wait, it gets even better. After this dominant performance, Dakota Ditcheva made it clear she's ready for the next level. Listen to what she said. "Honestly, I don't really care who's next. The girls have put up good fights so far. I was watching in the changing rooms, and a lot of them are tough competition, so I'm just open to whoever I get put with. And then once I've won this tournament, anyone that I haven't faced, if they want to fight, I'll do that too."
That's the only thing I care about, you know. So other people talking is not something that we take on board, you know. I was sharp in the changing rooms, and that's all that matters to us. We knew we were ready as a team. We've worked really hard all camp, and we know what we're capable of, you know. Other people outside noise, other gyms, you know, other people in the tournament, like, they don't see me train, they don't know what I'm coming with. So yeah, that's just whatever.
And it looked like after the fight, a big weight was.
But then she got more specific about her future plans. "In the next 5 years, I want to win this belt for sure, this world championship belt, and then we'll see what comes after that. As long as I keep fighting the top girls and proving I'm the best girl, then that's kind of my plan for the next 5 years. And then she dropped the real bombshell about wanting bigger challenges. "If you put me in another season again, another tournament, that's going to be where my head goes, and I'll be back on the track of, I've got to win this tournament. But I feel like you've got to give me something that's going to mentally push me. I don't want to be fighting the same people. Realistically, I don't feel like that would be a good thing for them to do. It's got to be like someone better, a bigger challenge."
Yeah, I mean, my new goals now for PFL, I'm not sure. If they put me in another season again, another tournament, then
that's going to be where my head goes, and I'll be back on track with the, you know, I've got to win this tournament, and I'll be with that. But I feel like you've got to give me something that's going to mentally like push me. You know, I don't want to be fighting the same people. Realistically, I don't feel like that would be a good thing for me to do. It's got to be like someone better, you know, a big.
And the flyweight division took notice. Former UFC title challenger Taila Santos called her out, saying, "I'd like to fight Dakota. I feel like she's on a hype train right now, and I don't really feel like she's fought anyone of note still."
Dakota Ditcheva levels to this game.
I mean, I've been telling you. I was trying to tell you, but...
You think they're going to listen now, right?
Maybe. I'm sure they'll still be moaning about me, but I'll just keep proving them wrong.
You're the first person to prove this system. Europe belt, world championship. What's next for you?
Oh, I don't know. The world is mine. I don't know. We'll have to sit together with PFL and see what we can come up with. But I just beat the best girl that's out there out of any other division. So outside of any other division. So I don't know. Me and PFL, I'm sure, will come out with something amazing again.
Tell me about this. Tell me about this fight. What was the game plan coming in? And was there anything that surprised you? Were you surprised she took the shots that she did? Was it easier than you expected? Did you expect more effort trying to defend the takedowns? Talk me through what you're thinking.
Yeah, I mean, she's a tough girl, but I knew what I was capable of. I worked so hard. My team knew what I was capable of. Right from the beginning of this season, if I'd got her in the first round, I would have done the same thing. And they've been talking, and she's been saying, she's just a Barbie, she should be a model. Well, a model just beat your ass in round
15. But Dakota fired back with this savage response. "We're both elite strikers, so it'd be a very good fight." She got beat by Erin Blanchfield, right? Did we all watch Erin's fight last weekend? She didn't have the best performance, and Erin beat her. So that's all I've got to say.
From the blue corner, Simone Silva, making her way to the palladium from the red corner, Dakota.
Really good to hear right now. Yeah. Very quickly progress, yeah.
Well, my mum actually used to be a fighter, so I kind of got it in the genes. Started fighting when I was about 4.
Oh, and big punches coming
Look
across.
at those.
Those are not brown. Oh, another huge knee.
Oh, wow.
Simone de Silva thought she could be Dakota Ditcheva's next opponent, but she didn't know what was coming. She was just starting her career with a perfect 2-0 record. But Dakota crushed her dreams with a devastating knockout and made her cry in the cage, giving her first loss and finishing her career forever.
Good job by De Silva to continue to rotate,
absolutely.
to get the feet off the fence there.
Just try to get out of it.
You can't take anything away from Simone de Silva at this point in this fight. She's been everything what she wanted to do defensively. Oh. Whoa.
I think Dakota's smelling blood
this is it.
And that
There
is
it is.
it.
There it is.
Dakota Ditcheva.
For your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes, in the red corner, dangerous, Dakota Ditcheva.
Let's set the scene. January 15th, 2022, Calgary, Alberta, Canada. PAWFC 1 was buzzing with anticipation as fighters from around the world gathered to showcase their skills on an international stage. Enter Dakota Ditcheva, at the time, a relatively unknown name outside British Muay Thai circles. But those in the know understood they were watching something special. With her technical precision and devastating power, Dakota was quietly building a reputation as a future star.
But in the clinch, Dakota, the knees, the elbows. This young lady likes to strike.
Oh, right down the middle.
Right hand.
Woo, sniper-like accuracy.
Just now. Oh, spinning back elbow, just missed. And this is the thing. And another! And a knee! And another elbow! And another!
I saw a proper cut on Ison's head. Big back elbows. Good work for Ison.
So their styles like a launch forward and aggressive, and that's exactly
Close quarters work.
On the other side, Simone de Silva stepped into the cage with confidence. The Brazilian fighter believed she had what it took to hand the young Brit her first major setback. This wasn't just about winning, it was about making a statement on short notice. But the last-minute opponent change would prove to be de Silva's biggest mistake. As Dakota revealed in a pre-fight interview, "Yeah, that happened like a few days before I came out. So, like 5 days ago, I think. We found out, but we were looking for a few different opponents. And we've ended up with a really good match.
Happened like a few days before I came out, so like 5 days ago, I think. We found out, but we were looking for a few different opponents, and we've ended up with a really good match. You know, I've got a tough fight now, which I'm really excited for. So it's kind of last minute opponents aren't the best, but it's worked out quite good for me because I've got.
What Da Silva didn't realize was that she had just volunteered to face a destroyer in the making. Dakota came out in her classic Muay Thai stance, immediately establishing control of the distance. Her jab was snapping, her leg kicks were thudding home, and you could see Da Silva struggling to find her rhythm from the very first exchange. "Look at those!" the commentator exclaimed as Dakota's combinations found their mark. "Those are not ordinary strikes." The precision was surgical, the power was devastating, and the intent was clear. This was going to be a short night for Simone Da Silva.
Really, really good for her right now.
Yeah. Very quickly caught that catch. Oh, and big punches coming
Look
across.
at those. Those are not fresh.
Oh, another huge knee.
Oh, wow.
Whoa. There it is. Dakota Ditcheva.
Da Silva tried to pressure forward, throwing combinations and looking for openings, but Dakota's speed and technique were operating on an entirely different level. Every attempt to close distance was met with crisp counters that accumulated damage at an alarming rate. Then came the moment that surprised everyone. Instead of keeping the fight standing where she was clearly dominating, Dakota transitioned to the ground game. This wasn't just a striker. This was a complete mixed martial artist announcing her arrival.
Here we go! Right on the money, baby. What a kick!
Straight to the mount.
Dangerous Dakota Ditcheva living up to her name.
Now, she was not able to finish when she got in this position in the first round.
Slightly more experience as far as mixed martial arts, but you can't discredit that.
Straight away, we see Charlie Burke turning her hips, but the takedown is there from Dakota.
Once on top, Dakota unleashed a relentless barrage of ground and pound. Punches and elbows rained down as Da Silva's defensive shell began to crumble. The writing was on the wall, and everyone in the arena could see it except perhaps Da Silva herself, who was too busy trying to survive the onslaught. Oh, there it is. Dakota D for your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes. The referee had seen enough. The punishment was relentless and unavoidable, and Simone Da Silva's perfect record was shattered in the most brutal fashion possible.
I think Dakota's smelling blood right now.
This is it. And that
There
is
it is.
it.
There it is.
Dakota Ditcheva.
For your winner by ref stoppage due to strikes, in the red corner, dangerous Dakota Ditcheva!
What happened next was both heartbreaking and telling about the psychological impact of defeat in professional fighting. As Dakota celebrated professionally, the cameras captured something devastating: Simone Da Silva breaking down completely. The tears weren't just from physical pain. They were from the realization that her undefeated record, her confidence, and potentially her entire fighting future had been demolished in a matter of minutes. The Calgary crowd fell silent as they witnessed not just a dominant performance, but the complete psychological destruction of a fighter's spirit. This wasn't just a loss. It was a career-altering moment that would haunt Da Silva forever. The fight showcased Dakota's evolution from pure striker to complete MMA destroyer. Her groundwork was as impressive as her striking, proving she belonged on much bigger stages than regional Canadian cards. This fight at PAWFC 1 proved to be a pivotal moment that would define both fighters' futures, but for vastly different reasons. For Dakota Ditcheva, this performance was her official announcement to the MMA world. The brutal efficiency with which she dismantled Da Silva served notice that a new force had arrived in women's MMA, one capable of destroying opponents both physically and mentally. Dakota's approach to the fight had been telling. As she explained before the bout, "I'm not really sure how it's gonna go, but I'm hoping to let you know I think it'll be a tough fight. I'm just gonna go in there and just show my full game. I think I'm gonna try and, I'm not bothered about keeping it standing or anything like that. If it goes to the floor, I'll just show what I can do there."
how it's going to go, but I'm hoping to get, I think it'll be a tough fight, so there'll be hopefully a good few rounds to get some experience in, but it's going to be tough. She's a good boxer, and I'm just going to go in there and just show my full game. I think I'm going to try and, I'm not bothered about keeping it stood up or anything like that if it goes to the floor.
The victory demonstrated not just her elite Muay Thai striking, but her rapidly developing ground game, a combination that would prove devastating for future opponents and pave her way to PFL dominance. For Da Silva, this fight represented everything that can go wrong when overconfidence meets superior skill. Her perfect 2-0 record was gone, her confidence shattered, and the brutal nature of the loss created psychological scars that sources suggest she never fully recovered from. Looking back, the Dakota Ditcheva versus Simone Da Silva fight stands as a perfect example of how one night can change everything in professional combat sports. This wasn't just a regional MMA bout. It was the birth of a star and the destruction of another fighter's dreams. The contrast couldn't have been starker. Dakota's professional celebration versus Da Silva's emotional breakdown told the entire story of what had just transpired. The fight also marked Dakota's transition from prospect to legitimate threat. No longer would she be taking short-notice opponents on regional cards. This performance demanded bigger stages and better competition. For aspiring fighters, Da Silva's story serves as a harsh reminder about the levels that exist in professional MMA and the dangers of overconfidence when facing elite talent. And there you have it, fight fans. The complete story of one of the most one-sided destructions in recent MMA memory. Dakota Ditcheva's demolition of Simone Da Silva at PAWFC 1 wasn't just a win, it was a statement. A statement that a new destroyer had arrived in women's MMA, one who could break opponents physically and mentally with equal efficiency. The tears shed in that Calgary cage weren't just from physical pain, they represented the crushing of dreams and the harsh reality of professional fighting. While Dakota's star was born that night, Da Silva's career effectively ended. Thanks for joining us on MMA Breaking News. Don't forget to subscribe for more breaking news and analysis from the world of mixed martial arts. Until next time, remember, in the cage, respect your opponent because underestimation can lead to devastation.
This woman said that Dakota is weaker than me and that she is much stronger and will defeat Dakota easily.
Yeah, it feels good. I mean, I listened to so many people talking throughout this whole tournament. It's nice to get in the cage and showcase my skills and shut them up that way because I'm not really bothered about proving them wrong. Do you know what I mean? I just kind of get in the cage and prove to myself that they're all just talkers.
She has watched my fights and how much she will change her game for that. But obviously, I would like to take it to the ground and I would feel that I'm definitely stronger there. Then I have a lot of confidence in my striking as well. So all round, I feel confident, but...
Cornelia Holm, Connie Future, drops the massive bomb on Dakota Ditcheva and believes she could easily beat Dakota, but she doesn't know what's really coming. Dakota first-round brutal knockout, and Cornelia Holm, Connie Future screams in the cage, proof his career is almost over.
Come on in!
Down the fence.
Oh, we're ready!
So long and rangy.
Oh, put away.
Oh!
Yeah.
Before we dive into the carnage, let's set the stage. Dakota Ditcheva, the 25-year-old British sensation with an 8-0 record, 7 knockouts, and fighting genes inherited from her kickboxing champion mother, Lisa Howarth. Across from her, Cornelia Holm, the Swedish veteran nicknamed Connie Future, with a 6-5 record, known for her wrestling and ground game. Cornelia Holm audio clip. I've been looking more at her strength and where my strength can kind of, come into play and take over. But, I mean for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling and she's stronger in striking. So I guess if you can call that a weakness, that would be it.
I've been looking more at her strength and where my strength can come into play and take over. But I mean for sure, I'm stronger in wrestling and she's stronger in striking. So I guess if you can call that a weakness, that would be it.
Holm was confident. She had a game plan. She believed her wrestling could neutralize Ditcheva's striking. But sometimes, confidence becomes a fighter's greatest enemy. From the opening bell, Holm executed her strategy perfectly. She shot for takedowns, got Ditcheva to the ground, and seemed to be controlling the narrative of this fight. Round 1 went largely to Holm. She was implementing her wrestling-heavy game plan, keeping Ditcheva on her back and away from her dangerous striking range. Round 2 saw more of the same, Holm grinding, wrestling, making it ugly. But here's what Holm didn't account for: Dakota Ditcheva's takedown defense and ability to get back to her feet. Each time Holm took her down, Ditcheva found a way back up, and each time she got up, she got a little more frustrated, a little more dangerous.